Hello everyone, it's Maria here from pepperlyrose.blogspot.com. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'd like to thank my new subscribers for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it, and I also appreciate all of my viewers and current subscribers. I can't thank you enough for your support. Today I'm going to feature foiling again, and I wanted to show you how to use it with your Stampin' Up stamped die cuts. And today I'm going to be featuring the beautiful watercolour wings, which is on page 75 of the current annual catalogue, which goes to the 31st of May, and it is this beautiful stamp set. I'm going to show you how to foil the butterfly. I want to show you the big butterfly because I think it'll look stunning. So I just want to show you how to do that so you can embellish your cards or scrapbook pages or whatever you wish with that. So we'll get started. And as I said, we're featuring the watercolour wings stamp set, the beautiful bold butterfly framelits, which comes in a set of 2. We're going to feature this big one here, so I'll take that out for later. And we're going to feature some foil. This I found on eBay, and this is by Pulsar Professional FX, and it's a toner reactive foil. Now usually you can print an image with your toner printer, like a photocopier or a laser printer only, and you put foil over the top, stick it through the laminator, and the foil reacts with the toner when it's heated through, and it sticks onto the writing. Now we can use this with stamping and with embossing powder. Now I showed you a video the last time I made one, which was about a week ago or so, and today I'm going to show you the same technique, but I'm going to show you how to use it as a die cut. Okay, so we'll get started. Oh, before we do, I've just grabbed my blocks. I won't be a moment. I always forget something with my videos. I'll be back. I'll just grab my stamping blocks. I can't believe it. Every time I shoot a video, I forget something, which is pathetic. But anyway, I've got my blocks now, and I'm going to use the same block for all of these. So to start off with, I'm going to use this image here. I'll just grab that off the sheet, and I'll put this onto my stamping block. Just grab the appropriate block. I'll grab it slightly bigger. I find that when it's slightly bigger, I can see through it a lot better, and I don't get that. I don't know. When it goes near the corners, it makes it enlarged and it gets all weird looking, so it won't do any of that. Okay, so I'm going to stamp this image here first, and it's the lighter colour, and today I'll be using Pool Party and Bermuda Bay, and then I'll do a highlight in foil. So I'll use the Pool Party, and we'll do this at full strength. Ink it up well. I really love the foiled look on stamps, on cards lately. I'm a bit obsessed with it. The reason why I like it is because it's shinier than embossing powder, I find. Just for certain images I prefer the look of the foil. So we'll stamp this on there. It's a beautiful, I love Pool Party. It's a nice, beautiful turquoisey blue. So sorry for the noise. It looks like someone's doing some renovations. I live in an apartment, so if you hear banging, that's not from me. It's from an apartment next door. My apologies. Okay, so we'll pull this stamp off, and I'll get the next one, which is this image here. I'll grab that one off there. And I love photopolymer stamps because you can see right through what you're doing. So I'll just pop that on here, mount it on, and I'm going to use Bermuda Bay now. So I'll bring that ink out, ink it up. Okay, and I'll try and line up the stamp. I hope my head's not in the shot here. I'll be very careful for it not to be. And I'll stamp. That turned out perfect. It looks beautiful already. I love that combination. And now I'll pull that off and I'll clean it later. Pull that off my stamp. And now, excuse me, I'm going to use this image over here. It's kind of like the highlighter, like it just highlights with nice definition. So beautiful. Love the watercolor look of this. Now I said this this foiling technique is good for line images, but today I'm going to experiment with you. So this is the first time I'm doing it with a more bold image, but I have a feeling it will turn out okay. And even if it doesn't, it's okay because it has that distressed look that I'm after, because it's watercolor. So what we'll do now is we will prep the butterfly. I'm going to now rub the embossing buddy over the top of the butterfly. Give it a good rub of powder over the top. Then we will grab our Versamark ink and we will ink up our stamp. Make sure you ink it up really, really well. Ink it up well. Okay, that will do. And now we're going to stamp over the top of that image. Line it up as best as we can. And let's make sure and stamp. Make sure I stamped it all around. Okay. I'm not going to show you a card today. I just want to show you how to just stamp and use your foil for your die cut. I'll leave that to the one side. And now I'll just grab some clear embossing powder. I put mine in a container and it's Stampin' Up clear embossing powder. I put it in the container just simply because I find it easier to apply it on, and then all the mess just goes into the container without making a mess everywhere with embossing powder. Just have a quick look and see if it looks like it's attached. Can hardly tell with clear embossing powder if it's attached or not, but I'll make sure I'll give it a good covering. Make sure I cover those bottom parts of the butterfly. Looks like it has been covered, so that looks okay. So I'll put the embossing powder away. And now I'm going to use the foil, and I've cut out a piece already. Now just as a tip, make sure you use really sharp scissors. So I use the Stampin' Up craft scissors. These are fantastic and they're sharp and they're beautiful for ribbon as well. I tried to use a blunt pair earlier and look what happens, it really chews it up for you. But when I cut the rest of it with Stampin' Up, just gorgeous. Love it. Okay, so this is the foil. I got this from eBay, as I said before, and I'm using the gold satin colour. It's the only one I have at the moment, but I love gold on everything at the moment. Okay, so I'll bring in my laminator, bring it closer, and I will angle now the camera towards the laminator so we can see what we're doing there. Okay, so the same as the last time, I'm going to fold over a small section, just fold it over like this, so that when we put the foil on top, it acts kind of like an anchor and it keeps the foil in place. So when it goes through the laminator, it will not go everywhere. Okay, so what we'll do now is we'll put the piece of foil over the top of the stamped area. Just be very careful to hold it in an area that is not stamped and it doesn't have the powder. So we're going to put this carefully over the top. Oops, luckily I didn't. Hang on, just want to make sure I position it properly. I don't want to muck it up. Okay, that looks like it's over it now. Okay, and now we will put it through the laminator carefully. And we'll grab it on, and now it's going to go through the laminator. So we'll just wait and see how that turns out. So basically with this step, instead of embossing it with, say, a coloured embossing colour like, you know, silver or gold, we're using the clear, and then we're using that as the heat medium for the foil to attach itself on. Now, with other methods that we've seen around, and the video that I linked to in my last video, Jennifer Maguire was the clever person that came up with this technique, and she heated it with the heat gun first and then put it through the laminator, but I decided to skip that step and instead just put it straight through with the powder on. So we'll see what the results are like. So I'll just pop the laminator away for now, and I'll bring you back to where we were before, very slowly. Okay, now we'll just let that attach itself a little. So I'm just making sure that it's all on there. Okay, so it looks like now we can pull that off, and we'll see how it comes up. And see, you have like a gold foiled, gorgeous butterfly. It looks kind of cute. Looks good actually. So if you want to have that gold effect, this is your method. And actually with the solid image, this turned out really well too. So I don't know, maybe we could give that a go too. Alright, so just to let you know that the images kind of get squashed. So if you don't mind that, then it's all good. Alright, so now I'll just switch that laminator off because we don't need it anymore. What I'll do now is we'll cut out this butterfly, and I'll just bring in my big shot. Just bring in my big shot there. Okay, we have our magnetic platform, a B cutting plate, sorry, just a regular cutting plate. We'll put our stamped image on there, and we'll put the framelit now over the top of the of that image there. So it leaves like a little bit of a border around there. Make sure it's positioned properly. Okay, that looks about right to me. And we will now crank it through the big shot. Okay. Pop this away now. And I'll take this away too. And there you have it, guys, a foiled die cut using your Stampin' Up stamps. And look at that, isn't that just beautiful? And that looks gorgeous. Just love it. Imagine that on a card. So yeah, I just wanted to show you how you can foil, stamp foil your embellishments using your Stampin' Up supplies, which is fantastic. And look at this beautiful effect you have just by using foil. It's something really simple. How gorgeous. Alright guys, I really hope you enjoyed this, and I hope, yeah, it's just another way to apply your Stampin' Up product and you really enjoyed it. If you have any questions, just don't hesitate to ask me. I'm more than happy to help out. Okay, have a wonderful day and thanks for watching. Bye.